Welcome everyone, this is Toy-Nutz. Today going to be looking at the new Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves Rakor Black Dragon figure. This was the Black Dragon that was seen in the movie pretty briefly, flying over a battlefield, spewing his acid all over the soldiers and that. Been wanting this figure for a little while. It's a Walmart exclusive. Some Walmarts are marking them down. I was able to pick this guy up for $15. So I really feel 15 is definitely worth this big boy here. Looking at the packaging, I just love that box art. Looks really cool. I mean, look at that. They did a really good job with the artwork. Windowless packaging, yet this one they have the exposed so you can at least see the head of the dragon and everything. But you see from the sculpt and everything, looks really cool. Thing I do not like, the head does not seem to be articulated very much. And I mean, pretty much just the jaw, and he has pretty basic articulation. But again, side packaging we'll take a look at. You can see pretty much a cropped version of the front package of him spitting the acid out. Looks really cool. This side, he has the little brief description on who Rakor was. And of course, in multiple languages and all that, and how this is a plastic-free packaging. But hopefully, that's the last we'll see of this. Back of the package looks pretty cool. You see a kid having fun with her dragon here. Gives you a nice little sense of how big it is. And then, of course, it just shows you what limited articulation it has. Pretty much just the mouth, the wings, and, of course, the legs. Pretty standard packaging. Did a pretty good job. The colors on it pop and that. So, I mean, it definitely stands out when you see it on the shelf. But we didn't buy this just to keep it in package. This is going to be opened up, so let's pop this bad boy open, see what it looks like. Got my handy dandy X-Acto. We'll just do a slice down the side here of the tape. Then you'll slide it open here. There we go, it just pops, and it should slide out. But, yep, gives a little resistance because there's tape on the other side where it is exposed. So we'll have to get the X-Acto and we'll slide the tape on this side here. So Hasbro was actually kind of smart with this. I'll give them credit there. I didn't think they would actually have done that. There we go. And then on that side, now our Black Dragon should just, there we go, slide right out of the packaging. All right, now as you take him out of the package, you can see, all right, there we go. He's nice and secure in there. They do use those twine ties to hold the wings, the body, and the tail in. It looks really good like this. Don't see any major paint problems. Here's the instructions showing you how to, the wings snap in and they rotate up, down, and yeah, and then the mouth moves, and then the legs, okay. Like I said, nothing to really worry about it jostling around in the package or anything, because as you can see, they got all these little pieces of that twine holding them in. So we'll just use the X-Acto to slice open each one. All right, now that we got all that off, and he's pretty much already starting to come out of the package, and here he is. It's got a nice little bit of weight to him. You can tell he is hollow though, but I mean, look at the detailing. They did a really good job. I do like the coloring. Maybe a little bit more weathering effect on him, but really, yeah, it looks really cool. Man, if he had some articulation in the legs, this would really be worth the full 35, 15, yeah. You can see the wings. I mean, oh, that's really nice job. I love that pearlescent in the green. And then it's like almost thin enough that you can see the nice little sheen over it. That's a really good effect on that. And then the other wing is pretty much the same. Got a little bit of damage on it. I love that. And then, of course, his tail here. And that's stuck in just a little. There we go. We'll get rid of the back part. Yeah, look at this. This looks really cool. They got the tail right. I mean, I do love that their design follows. Okay, this is a tight little squeeze to get on there. Nope. Does it? Yeah, okay, there we go. Go up and down. And you hear that snap. Fits in perfectly, nice and tight. It's in there. Looking at the wings. I mean, you can see they're jointed here. And man, it's really stiff, but I don't want to. There we go. I think as that paint's in there, making it a little stiff to. Yeah, once you snap them there and get them in a position, you don't have to worry about it. But yeah, look at that. They just pop right in. There we go. Rotate the wing up. This one's not as hard as the other, so yeah, it might just be a little paint in there or whatever. And here he is. Yeah. As I was trying to say before I started putting the tail on, yeah, I love how they followed the designs and the look of the Black Dragon from the player's handbook or the monster manual. Yeah, the wings are a little tough to go, but I mean, once you get them into position, they are holding pretty good. I don't think you have to worry about them falling down or anything. But yeah, look at this. This is awesome. He looks like a black dragon as they're described in the books and everything. The horns, the spines on the back. His coloring is perfect. This is a cool toy. I just wish there was a little bit more, better head articulation so you can move it up and down a little bit in the neck maybe then instead. And of course, getting some better articulation in the legs so you can, this is pretty much the only pose you're stuck with this guy. And here I got it with the Michelle Rodriguez Helga character from the movie. So you can see how tall it really is next to at least the movie figure line. Not too bad. Nice size to it. And to get a sense of what he looks like with Marvel Legends, here's Thor from the Thor Ragnarok line. Works pretty good. So again, just that lack of articulation, because this is pretty much all you can really get pose-wise out of this dragon, but it looks pretty cool. And here I grabbed a Cobra Viper from the G.I. Joe Classified series. About the same size as the Honor Among Thieves, which is also about the same scale as any Star Wars Black series. So you get a rough idea of what this Black Dragon would look like next to some of the other Marvel lines. And finally, here's a War Duke from Nika. You can see he's more like a 7.5-inch figure in that, so he stands pretty tall, but it still kind of works with this Black Dragon. So overall, again, I got this Black Dragon on clearance for about $15. Definitely worth the $15. Anything over that, I cannot recommend the figure. It's just, there's just not enough there. If it had better articulation or just more articulation, I could definitely see it. But as it is for $15, I say go for it. Want to say thank you for watching the video. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Drop a comment down below what you think of this figure. As I always like to say, have a wonderful day and Excelsior!